Good evening, everyone. So our Weather Authority alert day is in effect for Saturday, which means tomorrow stays pretty nice and most of Sunday is okay too. It's really just Saturday, and especially in the morning when we're looking at new rain coming, but with the ice that could form, that could last into the afternoon. We are looking at even some more consistent snow further towards the north, while parts of the NRV and especially south side are mostly looking at rain coming through on Saturday. So it's a real mixed bag with this one being our first kind of major event of the season, but even then, we're not looking at crazy amounts of snow where it's falling, and the ice, while it could be a problem, is going to mostly accumulate towards 0.1, 0.2 inches in a lot of the area where our winter storm watch is. Further off towards the west, there's some rain and some snowfall circling around in a counterclockwise direction. So it's bringing up a little bit of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and traveling further towards the north with it. And that system is what is eventually going to come our direction. Right this minute, it's going from around Houston and up towards Denver, and then circling back around, bringing in some drier air as it gets into the panhandle of Texas from New Mexico. And like I said, that system is going to travel mostly to the south of us and then actually bring a good amount of moisture further towards the north as well. That will send parts of snow up towards Minnesota, into the Great Lakes, into Ohio. For us, we kind of get that mix of it. The main low pressure stays south, so the main storm risk stays pretty far towards the south with this. Lots of winter weather advisories around the country right now, where that system is headed next into Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, and Texas. That's where the snow is going to be more likely next, but we have a winter storm watch for the ice that's headed our way on Friday, and that lasts into Saturday evening. Covers a lot of the NRV, Roanoke zone, and up into the Lynchburg zone as well. Southside and Highlands kind of sporadic for it. As we go through Friday night into Saturday morning, we start to see a lot of clouds building up. By about 2 a.m. on Saturday, the first hints of this system make their way across the Carolina border. Then it's pretty consistent by 5, keeps moving towards the northeast. By 9, there's some snow north, and then more rain further south. What depends on freezing rain forming is how cold the environment is. A lot of our lows that night are in the upper 20s. Now, with the freezing point at 32, if the ground is able to stay below that 32 mark as this rain falls, and it is looking warm enough in the atmosphere to stay above 32, as it falls, it's going to hit and turn into ice. But that is very dependent on temperature, and that's why these ice amounts aren't going to be particularly high compared to some recent storms. Like there were 0.7 inches in some in 2018 and 2021. Not looking at that much accumulation coming through, but enough to make roads difficult to traverse and some power outage risk. That'll keep moving towards the northeast by 2 p.m. Not much left over. After that, we get to stay dry for Sunday and Monday before another system on Tuesday. Like I was saying, freezing rain as opposed to normal rain where snow forms and then consistently melts. The cold at the ground is the problem there. We're not really looking at a sleet situation where there's more cold in between a layer of warmth, and it's not cold enough for us to really see snow with this one. We are looking really icy for the morning. By the middle of the day with some sunshine and warmer air, that'll help to melt it, and then we're looking quite cold after that. Saturday's highs, that's the problem, is that most of us aren't very high above 32. And remember, we can still get some snow in some of those spots towards the north. On Sunday, we're much more into the 40s, so we're able to warm up pretty nicely. Tonight is on the cold side. A lot of our lows in the teens and 20s, 19 at Floyd, 22 in Bedford. And then on Friday, we get up into the 40s. Roanoke's at 44. Hot Springs at 35 for one of the cool ones. Saturday, again, with the rain and snow and all that cloud cover, it holds down our highs, but we're still above the freezing point. It's probably going to get some melting there. After that, Sunday stays calm, Monday stays calm. Tuesday's a lot warmer, but we do start off with a mix that turns into rain. A little bit of that lingers on to the middle of the week.